Hi everyone and welcome to my place. It is a delight and a pleasure today to say that I am going to be answering a whole heap of questions, and the first question that has been sent to me through my Gmail, that's astarplace@gmail, is from Stephanie. Stephanie is getting married and her gran grows Gloriosa. These, for those who don't know what Gloriosa are, is a Gloriosa. And I just absolutely love them, the most amazing flower. They just sort of like climb and wind and grow all over everything. And they've got little, they grow sort of a little bit like passion fruit insofar as they have these little tendrils that come out either on their flower or on their little leaf, and they sort of like hook onto things. They're wonderful. Well, anyway, Stephanie's getting married and she just wants to use the Gloriosa, and its proper name is Gloriosa Rothschild, and it was developed by one of the Rothschilds, and it's actually part of the lily family. I think. If I'm wrong, please let me know, but please let me know nicely. Now, Stephanie's, as I said, she's getting married and she wanted to know what she could do with just Gloriosa. Well, I've got two ways and I hope that I'm going to be able to help you. Now, she also said that they had to be very, very simple because she's not into flowers. She's quietly learning, but she wants her wedding to look beautiful, simple and elegant. So, Stephanie, these are a couple of things that I thought you could do. One, quick, easy, inexpensive, is to get wine bottles or a selection of glass containers and then give them a couple of coats of blackboard paint, which is fabulous paint, I love that. And what you could do with that is you could get varying sizes and cluster them together, and then just getting the flowers and then just plonking them in at varying lengths along or varying heights into the containers and clustered them together in a little group. Or if you wanted to do something a little bit different, and like you could even write the names of your guests on the outside of the bottle with some chalk, and you could put little messages and things, which I love doing things like that. Or what I have found here is I've got this little container or little unit here, which I use lots of the times. They're like, I call them like little vignetted moments, or little moments held in time, like a terrarium, but you're in this lovely little cage. And I've also got some black succulents. I love those succulents, and they just last such a long time. And I love them because they're a beautiful, interesting form, and they also look like a rose, and they're quite heavy and sturdy. I've got some little wee shot glasses here, any kind of shot glasses. I've got that sized little bottle, and I've got these lovely little black tea lights. And what I love about these is the colour and the inside. I can get these in golds, bronze and silver, but I thought that they'd be a nice reflection with the Gloriosa. So if you're stuck and you're just using one flower, the best way to do it, or to look at putting your composition together, is look at the main colour. And when I look into this Gloriosa here, I'll show you. When I look into that, as it's getting older, it's sort of starting to go red. From bright, it starts to go a bit brown. So I'm looking at that colourway there, and I'm looking into the colourway of the succulent, and they're sort of like the same tonal value, or the same on the colour wheel. They're going to that same area. So I thought that they could look quite nice together. And, you know, black can be really stunning on its own. Right, with the tile here, I'm just going to put that into there like so. So you could have, Stephanie, you could have white tablecloths, or white tablecloth and then a red runner to match in with your Gloriosa. Or you could have a black runner or black and white tiles, whatever you wanted. Just sometimes I think that black and white's quite a nice way of working. Right, with these, I'm going to put those into the center of my tile. I've got a little bottle here. I've got that bottle there. And with the succulents, I'm just going to put one into there, and into these little shot glasses, I'll put another little one into there, so that I've got little steps. I've got this one here, which I'll put around to the back there. So I'll turn that around so that you can have a look at that, so that you've got a front and a back. And the great thing about these is you can say a lot without actually using too many flowers. Now, with the Gloriosa, cut those and just gently place that down into there. And with this one, I might, yes I can do that, cut those off. These aren't very good specimens, but I might just have to say, Stephanie, I've had to go to almost to the end of the world to get these because they're just almost finished. So that lovely limey green is actually an indication that it's almost nearly going off. Now with this one, cutting that short, cut that off there. I'm not going to keep that leaf. See, it's starting to go off because it's nearly past its use by date. I'm going to use that little one there. And then these, see what I mean by they've got these little tendrily bits at the ends here that sort of like wind and connect and stick to all sorts they stick to themselves and like attach themselves to all sorts of things. Now there we go. How's that? Like simple, simple, simple. And to me, just one flower, that's a really beautiful picture that says a lot without actually putting too much effort into it. And if you were having long table like this, I'd perhaps have two, one at one end and one at the other, or you could have three running along your table. But even as a standalone for just something nice on your mantelpiece or a coffee table, I think it's a lovely way of presenting a beautiful flower. I hope that this has been of assistance to you, Stephanie. If you girls out there or boys out there have got any questions that you'd like me to help you solve, just do Gmail me in. And if you like this design, please share it because I'm into sharing here. Hope this has been of assistance and I'll see you another day.